Hi everyone, I am back and I have been doing some really heavy-duty cleaning, so I have my whole studios nice and clean. I wanted to show you this. See, this is what I was talking about last time when I was doing that, I don't even know how to pronounce it, the decolimania, whatever. So this is the thing I made, and then I put these beetle legs on and the beetle head, and now it looks like a bug. See that? But look how nice. This time I squished it. I made this, but I also torched it because I had some leftover paint which had silicone in it. So now I'm not sure if you can really see close up. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see if I can get you in. Yeah, there you go. See how pretty that is? So what you do need to do this is some sort of a drawing program. So I use Photoshop, a really old one. So if you can still get a really old Photoshop, they cost next to nothing, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. So that's what I made, and that was what I was talking about, a nice project for kids. What you could also do is just, you know, print out these legs and the head and the antenna, and you could just cut them out and make a bunch, and then the kids could stick them on. So that would make it a little bit easier so that you don't have to use that program, and they have something that they could take home straight away. But I think it looks really cute, and I'll show you where I put it on one of those walls, mock-up walls. Now if you're looking for mock-up, sometimes you make something and you just want it to you want to showcase your art and you don't know the best way to do that. So if you Google mock-up wall or mock-up room or whatever, you'll get all these templates where you can put your art in, but also then you need one of those programs to do that. So I'll show you one right now. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is a bottle cap pour, and I've already made it. I've already done it. Yeah, pretty much. It's dry. Now, I'm pretty sure that some people, when I make this, that some people are thinking, whoa, let's see if I can get you guys. That's better. Some people are going to say, whoa, wait a minute, because all that white had all these dents and bumps in it. But like I said, it's going to really flatten out really nicely. And as you see, it did. So I did the sides, and it's all nice, flat and covered. And I did add a tiny little bit of glitter, which I'm not sure you can see. Not too much, just a tiny little bit, just to make it, you know, just that a little bit more interesting. So I'll show you how I made it, and I'll see you back in the next video. Bye bye. Okay guys, I'm back, and I had a request to do a bottle cap pour. Funny thing was, I was just thinking about it, so we're gonna do a bottle cap pour. I have 5 colors. The titanium white. This is a really light blue that I mixed myself, and this is Windsor blue and white. This is a pre-mixed, my own mixed turquoise, which is the phthalo green and blue, and a lot of titanium white. This is the permanent green, and that is the Prussian blue. So that's what we have to do the bottle cap pour. Now what I do is I mix the base, and you can take any color you like. This time I want to do a sort of a sea kind of a thing. So I have titanium white as the base. And what we do is we pour that on our canvas. Of course, not too much. You don't want it going all over the place. And we're going to smooth that out a little bit and then get the palette knife. But I also want the bubbles out, so I'm going to give it a quick little blast with the burner thing. This is a creme brulee burner, chef's torch as they call it, and I think I will do it with this thing, and that's going to work out perfectly. So we give the background a nice layer of base color, and this helps for the bottle cap pour because this is gonna make the paints in the bottle caps, like, you know, sort of dance on the surface. Okie dokie, that's looking okay. It's a little bit too much, so we'll go down here. There we go. So that's nice and smooth. There we go. Now you see all these little indentations in the paint, so you do want to avoid having that too much on your canvas, so you can let it smooth out a little bit, or just add a little bit of paint here and there and go back over it. But you do need a nice base for the other paint to float on. That's the thing. Now it's looking a lot better. What you can do is tap it on your table, and that'll make it go down a little faster, or you can just spread it again with the little spatula or a palette knife, whatever you have. Even a big brush will help. There it is, that's enough. Now we have bottle caps, and I've had people ask me, where do you buy your bottle caps? Well, I don't buy them, I just take them off the bottles. So these are any kind of cap, you know, lemonade bottles will have these, water bottles, whatever. You just take the caps off the bottles. Now, I have one very dirty one, so we're going to start off with some dark blue in that one. I have 5, according to the 5 colors I have. And now what you do is you just give it, every cap you give a little bit of paint. Now I want a little bit of the blue, not too much, and 2 I will add a little bit more blue, but I'm just sort of layering the paint in the little bottle caps. And the paint contains a little bit of silicone, 2 or 3 drops. Oops, already had that one. So 2 or 3 drops, and you sort of stir it in, and then you can just start filling your little bottle caps with all these nice sea colors. Now, depending on how the bottle cap pour is going to turn out, that's going to make me decide if I want to do something on top of it or just leave it as is. And as you know, I've done a lot of those the images on top, so that works out pretty well. Only works if you have a laser jet, not an inkjet printer. That doesn't work. We've tried that before and it just doesn't work. But if you go to some copy shop, they have one, and you can just have your little thingy-majingy, what's it called, your image. You can put it on a stick and just take it with you, and they will print it out. And they even have the bigger sizes, you know, you have the A4 and the A3. A3 is like twice the size of A4, so that you know, you can get it much bigger, especially if you're pouring bigger. And I've done shells, a lot of shells. I like shells, but you could put anything on there, octopus or some sort of a fish. I've done a fish before. They call it a transfer, and it works out really well. Now only 2 is going to get more of the dark blue, and maybe the middle one too, just to balance it out. And then the rest, they're going to get a lot of turquoise. There we go. And the ones that didn't get the extra blue, they're going to get the extra light blue. So extra light blue on top. And we're going to finish it off with a little green because I like the green in a sea, sort of a ocean theme. I think it stands for the seaweed and all that kind of stuff. Okay, a little bit more of the white. Give it a little bit more of that. Now it's not a lot of paint, and I know it's a lot of work, you know, layering them all, but that gives the that sort of gives it the nice little effect that it has. So this is it. Well, maybe just this, otherwise we have to throw it away. We don't want to throw it away. So they're nice and full. There's not a lot of paint that goes in this, so okay. Now make sure your hands don't have too much paint on them. As you see, this is already flattened out, and we want to put on one. Don't worry if it splatters out a little bit. That's no problem whatsoever. There we go. We've got them on there, and then we start to play with it. So we're gonna make it go like that. Can you see how these colors mix together? How beautiful that is? That is really pretty. Now we're gonna torch it straight away, otherwise all the silicone will already be on top, and we don't want that. There we go. So it has the cells, and then we're gonna start tilting. So we're gonna make those colors come to the top. And I go back and forth because I don't really want to lose too much of it. And as you can see, the cells stay really nicely in place, so you don't have to worry about that. Do want to have it go a little bit more on the wider side, and I think that's a nice composition. I think this is really pretty. Now, this isn't where it stops. You know, you have a lot of different options when you do this. So the one I always do, of course, is the glitter thing. You can put a lot of glitter on there, but you can also manipulate it with a little cocktail or toothpick. You call it toothpicks. So what I would do is just pull these, because it makes you can hardly see it, but it does make for a better picture. So I'm gonna really do a little twirly things, just, you know, to connect some of the parts, and it just makes it look a little better. See how that works? And it gives you a little more control over what's happening on your canvas. Now, another thing you can do. Okay, the telephone went. Okay, so you can, what I said, you can do it with these little toothpicks. You can make these nice little swirly things, but you can let it dry, and then you can sort of make a shadow around it with like silver or something else. I wouldn't do it with paint, something that makes it pop. So I would put little shadows of silver. If you get silver mica, whatever you call it, if you get that silver stuff and you put that in pouring medium, then you can just, you know, add to this little painting. Now I see that this is going swirly, so I kind of like that. And these are just really little touch-ups that I do, because sometimes, like this one, can you see that one? My finger's down here. There's a little one that I really don't like. There's something going on with it. And then I just twirl it, and there it's gone. So this is if you want to be really hands-on with anything. Don't ever think that you don't have options to do anything else to it, because you do. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to let it dry. I am going to add just a tiny little bit of glitter, but I'm talking really, really little bit, and I'm talking a really nice light blue one. So I'll take that off, and I'll put a tiny little bit on my glove, as you can see, and then strategically I'm gonna just put it where the colors are. And really I'm talking tiny, tiny, tiny little bits. You don't want it to be too obvious, but when you walk past something like this, when it's hanging on a wall and you walk past it, it'll give that little glinster, and then you'll focus better on the painting. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I do have a little black thingy which I want to get off my canvas. That'll flatten out later. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll show it in a couple of videos later. When it's dry, I'll show you this painting, but it's going to stay exactly like this. The cells aren't going to move anymore. It's going to stay exactly like it is right now. So thanks for watching. Love you all to pieces, and I'll see you later.